Good morning, all the faculty members. Today, I, Vartika Singh, with my project partner Sachin Singh, would like to present in front of you our fourth year project that is based on the topic Pregnancy Assistance using AI. First of all, let's have a look at the vision and mission of our institute. Secondly, we have the vision and mission of our department, that is Computer Science and Engineering Department. Now let us start with the introduction of our project, that is why we chose this topic as our final year project. As we all know, the current trend of nuclear family is prevailing. People tend to live in small families where women often lack the elderly support and guidance that they need during their pregnancy period. Now let us talk about pregnancy and its symptoms. Pregnancy is the first step towards motherhood. A woman tends to face multiple symptoms and physical changes during the journey of their pregnancy. Few of these symptoms are feeling nauseatic, increased urinary frequency, breast tenderness, back pain, pain in pelvic area. There are many other symptoms that are not mentioned here. Next up, let's talk about the problems faced during pregnancy. The symptoms when occur at a light phase tends to mean nothing, but when these symptoms escalate, that is, they start creating problems, then these symptoms need immediate medical attention, such as, for example, let us take about the symptom of being nauseatic during pregnancy. It is common for a woman to be nauseatic, but when this frequency increases, that the pregnant women start vomiting after each and every meal, then they lack nutrition and nourishment that is needed for their baby and for themselves. This condition requires immediate medical attention. Not only that much, there are multiple symptoms that alone are not that much problematic, but when they occur together in a cluster, they may indicate some underlying condition that a woman is facing during their pregnancy. Women also don't have the proper knowledge of the nourishment that is required to take care of themselves and their baby during pregnancy. So, these are some of the common problems that a woman faces during their pregnancy. Now let us discuss about the algorithm used in this project. The name of the algorithm is unordered selection algorithm because we are making the selection from an unordered list based using the permutation based upon the probabilistic occurrence of that element. This algorithm was designed and formulated by me and my partner for the sole purpose of this project. Now let us understand this algorithm using a small example. Consider we have a list L consisting the symptoms occurring in a cluster. Now we can find the probabilistic occurrence of each symptom. Consider the first set, that is D1 and D2. The probabilistic occurrence of D1 and D2 is 2 by 6 because the set D1 and D2 is occurring twice in the list L. So the probability is 1 by 3. Similarly, we can find the probabilistic occurrence of all the possible sets of symptoms that are occurring together in the complete list L. Let's move towards the second step of our algorithm. In the second step, we encounter a new data, that is D2 and D3. Now we need to calculate the new probability of all the previous occurrences. We have two cases while calculating the new probability. Case 1 is calculated using the formula given on the screen. This case is used when the new set encountered matches with the previous set already present in the list L. The second case is given in the screen. This case is used when the new set does not match with the previously occurring set in the list L. Now, using this formula, all the probability occurrences are revised. As you can see that for P2, the set is D2 and D3, which matches with the new incoming set of symptoms. So, this probability is updated using the formula of case 1, and the new probability is given by 3 by using this formula, and the value is 3 by 7. So, we use this algorithm to find and refine the probability of the occurrence of each and every set of symptoms, that is, the probability of the symptoms that may occur together. With this, I would like to end my part and hand over the further presentation to my project partner Sachin Singh. I would like to thank all the faculty members for their valuable time that they have given on our project. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Vartika, for the explanation of our project and the algorithm and the background too. Now I will show you the algorithm which is written in Python and is deployed and embedded in our mobile application. So here is our algorithm that I told you about. As we told you, it's written in Python, and as you can see, it's enclosed within an Flask container. Actually, the Flask container will help us later to deploy our algorithm either on the web or locally. So this is our runner code, and this returns a JSON element in the end. And this part takes the CSV dataset as an input, and this functions predicts the symptoms and returns, and this functions calculates the probability. So let us run our Flask server, and we'll try to run our app locally first. So now as you can see, our Flask server is now running. So let us copy this port number in our application code so that it can receive and send data. So here it is, the URL. We have to copy it here, and we have to add the query text so that it can receive query 2. Yes, it's done. So now we are ready to build our app. I'll run the emulator first. So I'm running the Pixel 3 emulator. So our emulator is now running. So now let's build our app in our emulator. So I'll run. So now as you can see, our app is running, and let's test this app. So let's mainly check the prediction part, and we'll check the other features later. So let's go, and let's type a symptom, tiredness and nausea, and let's predict. As you can see, it is predicting correctly. As you can see, our application is working fine in the emulator and on the local server. But if we want to use our application on a real mobile phone with a real internet connection, so we cannot do the same on the local server. We have to deploy our algorithm on a web actually. So I've already have done it, and it is actually live on this link here, and it is working as similar as the Flask server running locally. So I'll just copy the link and replace it here, and we're ready to go to test our app. So now we have changed the URL to the deployed one on the web. We'll just hot reload our app and we'll test it. Let's just add one symptom only, nausea, and we can check it's working correctly. So now we are ready to build the APK of our app and test it on a real mobile phone. So let's build the APK. Now to build the APK, we have to write flutter build APK, and it will start building. So now after building our app, we have installed it on our mobile phone, and let's run our app on our phone, and it's running well. So let's check the symptoms first, and if I type nausea, you can see it has predicted. And let's add another symptom, tiredness, and it has updated it. And let's add another symptom, back pain, and you can see it has updated the list again. So the more symptoms we add, the more accurate results we will get. And there is another feature in this, and if you click the symptoms, it will give you the list of all the symptoms and what are those and what to do when it occurs and when to see a doctor. So the second feature of our app is the due date calculator. That is, due date is the last date of the pregnancy cycle on which the delivery is expected. So if I enter, for example, 1 4 2020, and if I click predict, so you can see it has predicted 6/1/2021 for my last date of pregnancy, and the calendar is activated for the same. As you can see, it has started from the 15th April 2020 to the 1 January 2021. That means the pregnancy cycle will last only this long. Another feature is this tab, on which the women can get information about the vitamins and minerals required week by week, and what are those minerals from which food item they can get these minerals, and how much exactly they need in amount.
This was a basic app designed by us to help the pregnant ladies. The main feature of this app was firstly to predict the signs and symptoms on the basis of the present symptom that the pregnant woman is facing. Secondly, we have all the information about each and every sign and symptom, that what is the symptom, how to deal with it, and when to see a doctor. That is when the symptom is escalating. Secondly, we have the due date prediction. Thirdly, and we had the feature that a lady could get the information about the nutrition that she need during her pregnancy. Week-wise nutrition guide was provided, that what nutrition is important in which week of the pregnancy cycle. I would like to thank all the teachers for giving time to this project. Thank you from my side.